Yet again, another episode of Dragon Ball Super that throws the fandom into confusion. With the recent developments, you could say I saw this coming from a mile away and I feared for the worst. However, to my surprise, I was not disappointed with the episode itself. In fact, the episode was amazing. Taken on its own, episode 114 is an amazing piece of work and actually one of my favorite episodes in the series so far. So what is wrong, you ask? I'll get into that later, but now let's start the review on a good note. Right at the start of the episode, the art and animation differentiated itself from last week's. Kale's transformation made last week's looks like garbage. The art and shading through the episode was more detailed than the usual flat style and gave a more thorough DBZ look. A lot of the great art and animation in this episode can be credited to Yuya Takahashi. He also animated that scene in the Goku vs Jiren fight where Goku launched himself off the pole in the center of the arena. He also did other stuff in that episode, but yeah, I won't get into that. Next, the episode was directed in a way and arranged to make Goku seem like the villain. No, more like the final boss for Caulifla and Kale. The relationship and teamwork would develop as a result. Though there were moments the two were overpowering or getting accustomed to Goku's attacks, Goku was still doing the unexpected, for instance using SSG while still not being fully recovered, therefore surpassing his limits. We also got that Krillin is his #1 cheerleader as usual. So Goku overpowers Kale and Caulifla in SSG, and that pushes them to use their last resort, Fusion. Goku's interaction with Frieza made him more seem like a final boss because Frieza was the one who knocked off Kappa, and for Kale and Caulifla, he was a big enemy. Finally, the placement of music in the episode was genius. The soundtrack that played when Kefla was born reflects the dire situation as when Goku fought Jiren. It means that Kefla is no pushover. She shows that when she completely outclasses SSG in her base form. Okay, so my only problem with the episode itself was seeing how Jiren twitched in response to Kale's berserk power and the implications around that. Despite saying there are no more fighters that concerned him, Kale manages to make him move. So where does it leave fighters like Vegeta on the scale? Is Kale really that powerful? I know she tanked one of Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kamehamehas, but then in this episode, Kale now has full control of her power and is even stronger than before. So it means that previous displays of her overpowering SSB or SS Blue was to build fake tension or an inconsistency. I really think it's just an inconsistency, but I won't go into that right now. We also saw a few shots of Vegeta versus Toppo, but are we ever going to see the full fight? A lot would really enjoy this fight in full, and Vegeta deserved the spotlight at least. Here's to hoping that the rest of this fight doesn't happen off screen. Well in all, Toei's animators, directors, etc. really outdid themselves this episode. I'm hoping that this trend continues as they now go into the Goku vs Kefla fight. From the direction this is going, however, I see that Goku is probably going to need Ultra Instinct again to beat them, if he is beaten next episode in Super Saiyan Blue though. Honestly, the thought of the fusion of these two girls beating Goku in Super Saiyan Blue does not seem very appealing to me in the slightest. It is not because I hate these characters, but because there's a fundamental flaw in the writing of this entire arc. However, that's material for another video. If you liked this video, leave a like and a comment of what you thought about the episode, what you didn't like, etc. and subscribe, and thank you for watching.